excellence, and joy. She's the proud mom of 2 amazing kids, the wife of her best friend, and the friend that you call when everything feels like when it's going up in flames. One of her favorite tools to use with her individual clients and teams is the Working Genius. It's a productivity model that helps people discover their natural gifts and thrive in their work and life. And she's going to introduce that to us today. So let's welcome Mary Ashley to the stage.
Hello. Hey, how are you guys? Good. Okay, I had some jazzercise for us as well, and Kira just nailed it. Amy said, she's like, do you think we need to take a break first? How's the room feeling? I was like, please do not take a break. Like, I need to go right after that, just ride the coattails of the energy that she brought. And then we took a break because we had time. So, hey, so excited to be here and talk about just something I am so passionate about. How many of you actually enjoy working? You can raise your hand. Yeah. Oh, I had to laugh, like an ironic, like, this is a trick. How many of you actually enjoy going into the office, getting stuff done, being productive, using your gifts and your talents to make the world around you a better place? Yeah, I imagined this was kind of a trick question, because I imagine most of you would say yes if you're in this room. I actually believe that God created work. I believe that God put Adam and Eve in the garden, and he didn't just say, eat, drink, and be married. He said, rule and subdue over the land and the living things. He actually invited Adam to help name the animals. And he invited Adam, and he invites each of us to partner with him in creating the world around us and to use the gifts that he gave us to make the world a better place. So, work was always part of God's plan for us. Where does that land if you're someone who does not enjoy work? Who you dread getting up in the morning? Your alarm clock goes off and you dread clocking in and clocking out another day. Well, today we're going to talk about a tool that I think will help you, if you already enjoy work, find even more fulfillment and joy and maybe even more effectiveness in your work. And if you're someone who does not enjoy work, then maybe this tool will help you understand why and find the types of work that help you to come alive. My name is Mary Ashley Baker. I'm a personal and professional development coach. I work with high capacity, high achieving, high performing individuals to help them get clear on who they are, what they want, and how to move forward in confidence. One of my favorite leadership gurus is Patrick Lencioni, and he has built this empire around helping people, employers, employees, everyone, find more fulfillment in their work. Because he actually grew up watching his dad go to work every single day, hating his life, being miserable at work, hating working. And he thought to himself, this just cannot be it. Like, this cannot be life. We do work so much of our time. I could not grow up hating work. And so he has written books and created resources all around helping us to enjoy work more. One of those tools is the Working Genius model. Who has heard of the 6 types of Working Genius? Okay, so this is going to be new. So I'm a big assessment gal. When Maggie said Enneagram 3, I was like, absolutely, yeah, you are. Myers-Briggs, StrengthsFinder, all the things. But the Working Genius model has become one of my favorites because it's so simple and it's directly applied to work. So you have this little widget in front of you. Yes, there it is. So the 6 types of Working Genius is the idea that there are 6 steps to getting any kind of work done. And these are in chronological order. So there's 6 steps to getting any kind of work done, whether you are cleaning out your garage or organizing the Rise Soar conference. These are the 6 steps that it takes to get that done. It's also the idea that all of us have 2 of these types that are our working geniuses. These are the 2 types of work that make us come alive, that energize us, excite us, really just like make us wake up excited to go to work in the morning. And these are typically things we're pretty good at. This is not a scale, so your working geniuses are not the things you are best at from the 6, but these are typically the things that bring you the most joy and fulfillment. It's also the idea that 2 of these types of work are your working frustrations. So 2 of these types of work drain you. They exhaust you of motivation. These are probably the things that you procrastinate on the longest because you just don't want to do them. And then there's 2 of these types that are our working competencies. So you're not bad at them, pretty good at them. You don't mind doing them, but you don't gain fulfillment the way you do from your geniuses, nor do you get as frustrated by them as you do with your frustrations. So when we know our working geniuses, we can tailor our work to work more in the spaces and the types of work that bring us more fulfillment and bring us more energy and joy. And when you are fulfilled and finding purpose in your work, you're going to be more effective in that work. And if you know your frustrations, you can know the things that maybe need to be delegated somewhere else, or the things that you just need to set an alarm on Tuesday at 11 o'clock, and this is when I'm going to do this type of work. So just because we learn that something is our frustration does not exempt us from it. Every job is a 6-letter job. Everything requires all 6 steps, but we just know how to manage it a little wiser. So what are these types? If you look at your widget, then you'll see we start with wonder. Wonder is the natural gift or ability to wonder the possibilities, to think, why is this the way this is? How could we make this better? It is a natural gift to wonder how we could make something better than it already is. And this one is less observable, so you may not know that you have this. I'd be curious, does anyone feel like they have this gift to wonder the possibilities? Okay, yay, we're already getting some direction. Okay. So we have someone that wonders the possibility, and then we have someone, let's call her Amy Whipple, who invents, who comes in and loves a blank whiteboard and scribbles all the answers, right? The wanderer has come up with this problem, and the inventor is like, here's 5 billion solutions. And you're like, I'm drowning, but thank you. And then you have the discernment. So this gift, this working genius of discernment. You need someone to come in and say, Amy, those are great, we appreciate the effort, 5 of those might work, right? You need someone with natural, just this like intuition to know if something's gonna have legs or not. It's not expertise, it's integrative thinking, it's recognizing patterns, it's a gift of discernment. And then, once you've discerned it's a good idea, we're rolling with it, we need the galvanizer. I'm gonna call her Kira. She's gonna rally the troops. She's gonna say, everyone, let's go! Do we know why this is important? Do we know how this is going to change the future? How generations are going to be freed from what's oppressing them because of what this is doing, right? Like that is the galvanizer. Any galvanizers besides Kira here? Right. This is the person who you need on your team because there was a brick wall and now your team's like, I'm going to run through it for them. So you need the galvanizer to get the troops on board, get everyone rallied around. And then you need the people with the gift of enablement, the people who say, absolutely, I'm on board, what do you need? Hey, actually, not only what do you need, I'm gonna do it for you. I have the resources, I have the energy, I love doing this type of work. People with enablement often think, oh, that's not a gift, I'm just being nice. It is a gift, ask the people who don't have it, right? You need people with enablement to actually do this stuff. And then lastly, you gotta finish the drill. You gotta get stuff done. You gotta get it across the finish line on time, on deadline, on budget, and that's your people with tenacity. So tenacity people push things forward over the finish line. They remove the obstacles. Often they just pummel right over them. Who has tenacity in here? Yeah, you love a challenge. You should go over the finish line. Carson Beck doesn't have that. Love your car. All right, so now that we have, that was totally off the cuff. So now that we have an understanding of what our geniuses and frustrations are, of what they are, I want you to take a second and think about what are your working geniuses? What are your frustrations? There is an assessment through Working Genius, but knowing just kind of what you know now, I want you to take about 30 seconds and think about what your geniuses and your frustrations might be. I would sing for you, but I won't. Thank you. As you think about, I feel like a pastor. Now everyone just bow your head, close your eyes. Sorry, okay, so as you think about your working geniuses and your frustrations, I want you to think about how they affect you. So you've identified what those might be, the things that bring you energy, or maybe frustrate you, the things you procrastinate. Just think about how those things affect you. What are the things that actually do drain you? And how does that kind of mental drain affect the rest of your day? So as you think about your geniuses and your frustrations, I want you to also think about the effects of those things in your work, in your relationships, or maybe even in the rest of your life. So take about 30 seconds for that. Once you kind of identify the geniuses, the frustrations, how those things might affect you, I want you to think about what is one thing you can do this week that would allow you to shift whatever work you're working on this week more into your genius, and what you can do to shift your work away from your frustrations. So again, just because we've decided that we don't like finishing things, we're not a tenacity kind of gal, doesn't mean we don't have to do it, right? Every job is a 6-letter job, but does that mean that you delegate it to someone who you know loves that kind of work, right? This is when you, knowing what other people on your team, what their genius and frustrations are, this is when that really helps. Because I get frustrated by coming up with ideas, so I call Amy Whipple. And then she overwhelms me. But I have discernment. So I'm like, thank you for those. I got it. See you later. So take about 1 more minute to think about what is one shift you can make to work more in your genius and a little less in your frustration. All right, I see some eyes. I think we're done with that. As you can see, working genius is, transformational to know about yourself, but it's also incredible for teams. So I love working with Working Genius. I do a ton of Working Genius with my individual one-on-one clients, but I also love introducing it to teams through Working Genius workshops. When you know what you are and what she is, you can then delegate a little more effectively. You can then build teams a little more effectively. You can actually build a team map to where you see where the gaps are. Hey, our team has all invention and little to no enablement. We got a lot of ideas and we're not doing any of them, right? So it really helps teams create a little bit more effectiveness. So if you're interested in learning more about the Working Genius, whether it's individually or as a team, I'd love to talk more about what that looks like or could look like for you and your team. You can reach out to me or find me online. My website is maryashleybaker.com, or you can reach out to me directly, coaching@maryashleybaker.com. Oh, there it is. Hello. Once again, I'm Mary Ashley Baker. I help high capacity, high performing individuals get clear on who they are, what they want and how to move forward in confidence. Howard Thurman tells us that do not ask yourself what the world needs, but ask yourself what makes you come alive, and then go and do that. Because what the world needs are people who have come alive. So it is truly my deepest desire that we would better understand the things that make us come alive so we can go and do that and make the world around us a better place. Thanks so much.